everyone, with continuation to our previous lecture, now we are going to discuss NAEP batch classifier. That means in our previous lecture we have discussed what is text classification and how can we classify the text document by using a different classifier. But here we will mainly focus on the NAEP batch classifier for classifying the text document as well as the evaluating the classification problem. Text classification problem. So as we know, the text classification tag, if we'll take an example of spam filtering case, that means normally in our spam, not always it contains some useful information, rather mostly it contains unuseful information, unuseful mails than the useful mails. So this is one example of that mail which is present within the spam, and the main objective is to classify whether it belongs to a spam category or non-spam category, means it belongs to relevant or the non-relevant category. So the formal definition, as I told, if we have a document space X of a particular document is present, either it going to or it belongs to a particular class of set C, and within set C there are many class information C1, C2 up to Cj. That means the number of classes are there under C or in set C. So this particular document, the small d, belongs to which class? That means we can say we can find it out through the training process or training set D of label document. If in training set of data or document D of which labeled for each document in terms of D comma C small d small c, that means for a particular document of a particular class, definitely they belongs to document space X and a set of class capital C. So here it uses a gamma which maps document to a particular class. That means it follows the learning method which is a supervised learning, because here it in supervising learning there is a supervisor, means human or a person is there who defines the class and the labels for training documents, which serves as a teachers directing the learning process whether it belongs to which class. So the application and the testing process or description, we can say, if it is given, that means small d belongs to X of a document set and it determines a gamma of d whether it belongs to capital C. That means small d means a particular document belongs to a set of document class. That is the class which is appropriate for D. That we have to find out. So let us take an example of this topic classification. That means here the 6 different class informations are provided: UK, China, poultry, coffee, election and sports under different category, that is regions, industry, subject areas. And under each class there is a training set, and this training set contains information of some mnemonic words, that is congestion, London, Parliament, Big Ben, Windsor, Queen under the UK class, and similarly under China class, Olympics, Beijing, tourism, Great Wall. That means the lower one, that means lower terms are belongs to that particular above category. So in this if one question is arrived, if our training set is ready, then our next we can apply our to find out the class of a new document in test set. That means in test or set or test data, if there is a new document like first private Chinese airplane or airline, the question is to whose class or to whom it belongs to. That means whether it belongs to UK class, China class, poultry class, coffee class, election class or sports class. But the most appropriate assignment for this is the China, or we can say the appropriate class of this new document is China. Then example of how search engines use classification, and different context, different point of view you can classify the search engine or considered as the classification problem. First is based on the language. whether it belongs to English category or it belongs to French category. If we are going to detect some pages, either it a spam page or non-spam page, that means these are the different class problems. We have to find out different class of some documents or the pages, then we can categorize it accordingly. Then another is sentiment detection. That means though we are giving some reviews on movies and products, so either it is a positive or negative, though we are giving that reviews, so again it belongs to categories to class, that is positive class and the negative class. Similarly, another is topic specific or vertical search. That means whether it is related to a health or any topic oriented, accordingly we can categorize or classify the data. Then already we have discussed different classification methods, manual, rule based and statistical and probabilistic. Manual classification method is the older one or the traditional, which is done by manually. Basically already we know arrangement of books in library is one of the best example of this manual classification. The second one is the rule. The rule means that means something like handwritten rule that we need to define here. That means if we are giving a query, it is present it or it consists some operators like and or, that means all are separated by these operators, then we can say this particular queries act like a boolean expression or it is equivalent to boolean expression, which is called a rule. And a rule captures specifically a certain combination of keywords that indicates a class. As we know, the manual जो classification method that is most expensive to scale, but rule based is not expensive, rather it is very good, it has very good scaling properties. But in third case which is the classification method, that means based on the statistical and probabilistic, that means that's why it is called a machine learning based classification, or it is also called statistical text classifier, or it is a learning method of which is based on the statistics. Its learning method is statistics. So the most common the classifier is the Naive Bayes classifier, which is based on probabilistic or probability score. So that's why it is called a probabilistic classifier. And here it computes a probability of each document, whether it belongs to a class or not. So this is the expression to calculate its probability, that means probability of class by document, so which is proportional to this expression. In this way it picks the information about the number of tokens or the terms present within a document, and it uses the conditional probability of different terms which occurred within a document of class C. It also measures how much evidence, that means for each term, contributes. That means each term's contribution towards a particular document, and that's why we can categorize into a particular class. That can also define here. That means probability of a particular class also defines the prior probability of that class. If document terms do not provide clear evidence for one class or another, then we need to choose the highest probability of that class. Here also it uses a posterior class, which should be maximum for defining or finding out the best class. The best class is the most likely or maximum posteriori, or we can say a map class. So this is an expression to calculate the posterior class or CMAP. Then what exactly the rule which is used to classify using Naive Bayes classification? So here the classification rule is CMAP, which uses the logarithmic score of probability of that class, and the logarithmic of probability of each term by that class. That means here the conditional parameter, which already I have told, logarithmic of probability of each, that means term weight, that indicates how good it is, or it indicates how good that term is for or with respect to that particular class. The prior log of probability of C is a weight that indicates the relative frequency of C. The sum of log prior and the term weight, that means the first part is the log prior and the term weight is then a measure of how much evidence that is for the document being in the class. So we then select the class with the most evidences. Then we need to estimate a parameter which is maximum likelihood. That means estimate parameter like probability of each class and probability of the term belongs to that class from training set data. But how? Prior. That means probability of that class is equals to NC by N. That means where NC is the number of documents in that class C, number of documents. That means in one class, though we are categorized into a class, that means that here we have to find out how many documents are belongs to that particular class with respect to the total number of documents present, which is equals to N. Then we can apply the conditional probabilities. Conditional probability means the probability of term by C with respect to C is equals to Ct by summation of the terms which belongs to all V Tct dash. That means here Tct is the number of tokens of T in training documents, that means all over, that means throughout training process, that we have to find out total number of tokens T present or within a class, particular class. The C is a class and number of NC is the number of documents present within that class. In that class we have to find out total number of tokens present, so that is TCT. That means here we have made a naive Bayes independent assumption, that is P Tk by C equals to P Tk by C, which is independent of positions. That means maximum likelihood estimate where we are getting zeros. That means if this is an example, if there is a class which is China, and different document contains the terms like Beijing and Taipei, joint and WTO. Suppose if we are calculating for WTO, which never occurs in class China in the training set data, suppose that is not present, then and we are calculating for P of WTO, that as I told, so P of term with respect to that class, this is the expression. So how can we use that expression here to estimate the maximum likelihood? So here probability of term WTO of class China, so T of that CT, that TCT means T, C is the class, that is China, and T is the term, that is WTO, by summation of all T dash belongs to V and T C T dash, so equals to China. So if I are taking the numerator part, that is T China WTO, and previously it was mentioned that WTO is never occurred in China, that means we can put within that class that term, particular term is not present, so its occurrence and the probability is 0. So 0 by something is equals to 0. That means here we are estimating the score 0. So the maximum, the problem with maximum likelihood estimate with 0 value. That means if there are no occurrence of WTO in documents in class China, then we are getting 0 estimate. That means already we have seen P of WTO with respect to China. WTO is the term with respect to the class China, but that is not there within the class, so it is 0. So here we are getting 0 for any document which is that contains that particular, which doesn't contain that particular term, like WTO. So here it says how can we avoid 0? To avoid 0, if we will get 0, definitely it is very difficult for us to classify that particular document. So to avoid 0, we need to add 1 for to make it smooth. So before this processing this, we need to add 1 in numerator as well as in denominator. So now we can add 1 to each count to avoid 0. So in place of TCT, we can write TCT plus 1 by summation of T dash element of V of TCT dash plus 1 instead of TCT. So we can write here TCT as a whole by simplifying this. Here B is the number of beans, in this case the number of different words or the size of the vocabulary present, which that means number of vocabulary is equals to M. So take a summary over the name-based classifier, that is, it estimates parameter from the training corpus using advanced smoothing. That means that already we have seen if the term is not present within a class and it is giving 0 estimate. So to avoid that, we need to add 1 in numerator as well as in denominator to avoid 0. So for new document, for each class compute sum of log prior and log of computational conditional probabilities of the terms, and then assign the document to a class with large scope. Then that means now we can classify the document, that means to which class it belongs. So let us take an example. This is one exercise. Here we have to estimate the parameters and classify the test set. That means here training set informations are provided with the document ID and the words which are present within the document, and class information also given here in C. C means here the China. So here we have to find out the information for the new document, that means for training set data, and the data is the document 5 where few other terms or the words are present. So for those terms we have to find out the class label. That means in training set data document 1, the words are present like Chinese, Beijing, Chinese, and the answer is yes, that means it belongs to China. Then in training set, in same training set, the document 2, it contains Chinese, and Shanghai. Again it belongs to China. Though all terms are belongs to the class China. And similarly the third one, the Chinese, Macau and Chinese are again belongs to China, so it belongs to class China. But Tokyo, Japan, Chinese, so out of 3 terms, one is matched with this class, but the rest 2 are not comes under the class of China. So if this is the training set data and for which we have estimate their class label, now our job is to find out the class label for the new document, document 5. So here the probability of C, as already we know, probability of C is equals to NC by N. That means total number of terms, that means within a class, total number of documents within a class by total collection of documents. So then probability of each term, that means to avoid 0 estimate, though we have add 1, so we just use that particular expression to calculate probability of each term with respect to class. So this is the expression. So example for parameter estimating, that means probability of C, that means 3 by 4, probability of C dash not dash 1 by 4, conditional probability. If yes is 3 by 4, then not yes is 1 by 4. That means here out of total 4 documents, 3 are yes, that's why 3 by 4, and 1 is known, that's why 1 by 4. Not belongs to class, conditional probability. Probability of Chinese of class, probability of Chinese of class, that is 5 plus 1 by 8 plus 6. So in total class, total number of terms within class, that is Chinese, total number of Chinese present is equals to 5. That means in document 1 it is present 2, in document 2 it is present 2, document 3 it is present 1, document 4 it is present again 1. So all total 5 divided by here 5 plus 1 by 8 plus 6. As I told, P that is here. PTC. PTC means here T is the term, C is the class. Here class is 1. So here the TCT term, particular term within the collection, class C. In class China, total number of Chinese present. 5 times it is present. So in positive case, if you will see, it belongs to 5 times it is present in class C. So that's why 5 plus 1 divided by 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6, that is this B plus total number of CT dash, that means number of times entirely it is present 8 1, that means in document 1 2, document 2 2, document 3 1, document 4 1, again in document 5 3. So as a whole it is 8 plus 6, so 6 by 14 equals to 3 by 7. Similarly for Tokyo and Japan, Tokyo and Japan are not present in China class. So though it is not present, so its class level is no. So in yes class level, Tokyo and Japan is not present, so it is 0. As for the expression, so TCT plus 1, so 0 plus 1 by 8 plus 6 as total 1 by 14. So here. So similarly for Chinese, again in not, that means in no class, belongs to no class, as it is present previously once 5 times in ES class, but only once in no class, that means in document 4. So that's why it is 1 plus 1 by 8 plus 3 plus 6. That means total number of TCT here, that means total number terms in no category is 3, and as a whole distinct term equals to 6. So in first two cases 5 plus 1 it means TCT plus 1, in second case also TCT plus 1, but in the denominator part 8 plus 6, 6 means what, the distinct terms present along with the total number of terms present. So TCT is the total term present and B is the distinct term present. For first two it is belongs to a particular class, and in second two not belongs to, that means like for first 3 document it is calculated for Chinese, for the second in the fourth document, though it is not belongs to China, that's why Tokyo Japan it is TCT is equals to 0, and the distinct terms are, as I told, 6, and as a whole it is present 8. Tokyo and Japan. So the denominator 8 plus 6 and 0 belongs because the length of the text TC and text C naught are 8 plus 3 respectively, and because the constant B equals to 6, as the vocabulary consists of 6 terms. Yes, 6 different terms are present, that are Chinese, Beijing, Shanghai, Macau, Japan and Tokyo. These 6 different or distinct terms are present, that's why it is 6. So here because of that B always 6 is considered here. Then classify taking C, that means with respect to yes, with respect to no. That means probability of C that belongs to class and probability of not belongs to class. So 3 by 4 as we have calculated there, 3 by 4 and 3 by 7 for Chinese Q, and 1 by 14 and 1 body, which is equals to 0.003. Thus the classifier assigns the text document to C equals to China. The reasons for this classification decision is that the 3 occurrences of positive indicator Chinese in D5 outweighs the occurrences of 2 negative indicator Japan and the Tokyo. So how can we evaluate this text classification problem? So, if this is the example of already which we have discussed, this is one of example which we have taken from router data. There are 6 different classes as already we have told and discussed. For each class there is some training data with mnemonic words, and for which one new document is present in test data to find out its class. So, in the router collection, the N means the total number of documents present. All total 8 lakhs terms documents are present, and average words, number of words or tokens per document equals to 200, and the number of word types, which is N, is equals to 4 lakhs. Then what is the class type? The type of class are 3, that means already we have seen there: region, industry and the subject area. Under region class there are 366 number of documents are present which belongs to UK and China. Similarly, under industry class there are 870 number of documents, and there belongs to or they keeps information of poultry and coffee. Similarly, under the class 3 or third class, that is subject area, there are 126 number of documents present about elections and sports. So the evaluation method for classification must be done on test data instead of training data, that are independent of training data. Though we know there is no relation with testing and the training data. So they are completely disjoint. It is very easy to get good performance or test data, as already we have modeled and designed the appropriate model taking the test training data sets. So once we have designed the best model considering the training data, then we can apply the new or the test data over the same, so to get the best result. So it is easy to get the good performance or test set that was available to the learner during learning. So for that we can use some measure like precision, recall and F1 and classification accuracy. So basically, as we know, precision and recall already we have seen, we can use for text retrieval problem or to evaluate the text retrieval problem. Here also we can use the same precision and recall, which is abbreviated as P and R. For this classification also, that means if some predicted score which is to be in the class and to be in the class as well as in the class, we can consider it as true positive score. If it is predicted to be in the class but not actually in the class, then false positive, because we are getting not exactly belongs to that class, that's why it is false positive. If some predicted but not be in the class, again belongs to in the class category, then it is false negative. That means neither nor, it is present or belongs to in this class. But predicted to not be in the class and not in the class is true negative, or we can say TN. So these 4 measure we can use or count of number of documents, and the sum of these 4 counts is total number of documents. If we add all together TP, FP, FN and TN, then we can easily get the information about the total number of documents present. So we can calculate precision using the expression like TP by T plus FP, and the recall is TP by TP plus FN. Similarly, instead of precision and recall, as already we know, which doesn't provide the meaningful result, so instead of taking which is not appropriate, instead of taking P and R, we need to take the combined measure which is called F, which is the harmonic mean of P and R. That is F equals to 1 by half of P and half of 1 by P plus half of 1 by R, which is equals to, after simplifying it, which is equals to 2PR by P plus R, or we can say this is the harmonic mean of P and R. So we can use this particular measure instead of P and R to measure the result in classification problem, rather precision and recall. So here F or F1 is allows to trade off of precision against recall by calculating the harmonic mean. So with this, I am concluding the concept of text classification and use of Nebuchadnezzar for text classification problem. So thank you.